Yesterday, a friend asked me this question: what's the best advice you've ever received? And I immediately knew what it was. It was when I was 21 years old. I was sitting in a college classroom. I was a senior. The whole room was full of seniors. We're about to leave and embark on our lives and decide what to do with our lives. And it was a Christian college. And I recall the professor was Dr. Dorothy Jean Furlong, a very well respected woman. I think she was probably around 60 at the time, but she'd given her life to the passionate pursuit of helping people and building the kingdom of God. Everyone respected her. There was a man in class who was probably in his 30s, so he was thinking more than the 21-year-olds. His name was Chip. And Chip asked her, he said, Dr. Furlong, in a couple months, it's going to be time to leave the school and go somewhere. He said, how do we know where to go? He asked it with a lot of passion. He was old enough to understand the relevance of this question. He had a wife and some kids. Me, I'm 21 years old. I'm just trying to make it through the class and go get a snack. But when he asked that question with such passion, I paid attention. I looked to her to see what her response would be, and I will never forget what she said. She was behind this little wooden podium, and she stepped beside of it, and she took off her little wire rim glasses. She put her finger in the air like this, and she stared at Chip, and she said, Chip, this is how you walk with God. And she took one step forward. And then she said, Chip, after you do that, you do it again. I have found times in my life where I'm stuck wondering what I'm supposed to do. And I find that that question doesn't really have an answer. It causes us to spend years of our life in contemplation, literal years, wondering, am I working where I'm supposed to be working? Am I living where I'm supposed to be living? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And while that question keeps rattling around inside of us, it prevents us from just showing up boldly wherever we're living our life, wherever we're planted, wherever we are working. And it causes us to stagnate our own sense of meaning and purpose. So that piece of advice, I've learned in the last season of my life to really live it out. I no longer ask the question, what am I supposed to do? I live boldly. I do what Dr. Dorothy Jean Furlong said. I take a step. And after I do that, I do it again. And you can too.